first kind of get hot. And history tells us Nebraska, it's hard to get hot, especially with this Big Ten.
Man, you just look at the metrics right
apply
now.
Look at that.
93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide
just
listeners
look at
with
the
daily
first-
opportunities
the
to
at
win
Ohio
contests
State
and
and
prizes on
Indiana.
our airwaves. And would like to take this opportunity.
Michigan State, Purdue,
Oregon's down this year.
they're all in the top 10. You just go across the board. There are no easy outs in the Big Ten. And so the further ahead you can get before the new year is so critical to taking the pressure off to where you're not having to make up ground in conference play. So that's why Creighton is critical.
The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize to participate in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the KNTK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeited. Thank you for participating in our contests, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
From the chant of Husker Power to Allo Fiber powering your home and Husker Nation, Allo is the teammate you can trust. Whether you're streaming at home with Allo Internet, watching on the go with DirecTV through Allo, or checking stats and scores on Allo Mobile, Allo keeps you in the game. Bench the other guys and team up with the official internet, TV, and mobile partner of the Huskers. Go Gig Red. Visit allofiber.com/Husker Radio.
MHC isn't a new company, just a new name. Moe's Moving is now Moe's Home and Commercial. Whether moving across town or across the state, MHC Moving has you covered, specializing in home, apartment, assisted, and independent living moves. MHC can handle your commercial moves as well. MHC Moving has 0 hidden fees. You'll never pay for same-day booking or be charged for stairs, heavy items, or elevator fees. Rates are the same Monday through Saturday, and you will never pay a truck or fuel surcharge. And they offer payment plans through PayPal. Call MHC Moving today at 402-853-7167 or go to mhcmoving.com.
Back Nine Golf in South Lincoln is the premier indoor golf experience in the state. The weather in the winter months is cold, windy, and as unpredictable as a tee shot on the 450-yard par 4. With top-of-the-line full-swing simulators and a PGA teaching professional, Back Nine Golf is there to help you improve your game and lower your score. Back Nine Golf is open to the public with 24/7 access for members. Learn about Back Nine's variety of memberships today and see the facility for yourself at 7501 South 15th Street in Lincoln, just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Back Nine Golf, your premier indoor golf and events destination.
Hey, what's up, everyone? This is Mike Smith, founder of The Bay. Join me every Tuesday from 5 to 6 p.m. for your weekly Disrupt, where me and local misfits will interrupt your drive time with this week's most interesting stories in sports, entrepreneurship, and culture. So tune in to your weekly Disrupt every Tuesday afternoon on 93.7 The Ticket, where disruption is just a phone call away.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. Welcome into Business Builders on 93.7 The Ticket. Business Builders is where grit meets strategy and good ideas grow into great companies. Here are your hosts, Matt Warner and Rebecca Pearson.
Morning. It is Saturday morning, Lincoln, Nebraska, 9:02.
stealing that concept from Mr. GP, who likes to do that. I like that idea. It's 9:02.
9:02.
Lincoln, Nebraska.
All right. Woo!
This is Matt and Rebecca with Business Builders. We're glad you're joining us again this morning, or if you're listening to us on the app. Don't forget, if you want to participate in this conversation, we're going to have lots of good stuff to talk about today. You can call or text in.
And we're going to be all over the board because
Yes, we
today
are.
I have so many things going through my head. And by the way, that's not a good place to be, is in my head. It's
Okay.
horrible.
Let me give them the number before we
Okay,
do that.
yes. Oh, my goodness.
402-464-5685, or if you're watching us on YouTube, you can drop it in the chat or social media. Rudy's on the board for us this morning. We're stealing again from early break, so look out. That's
Yeah.
that's
Let's
our
crush 'em.
competition. Let's crush them. So yes, we're gonna have lots of topics today on Business Builders with Matt and Rebecca. 93.7 The Ticket. We talk all things business, but we definitely cover the gamut.
We talk a little bit of sports.
We do talk a little bit of
We
sports.
love
so
the volleyball team.
Go Husker volleyball.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
Fantastic.
Yes.
We're headed to Kansas City.
Yep, Melanie and Sarah are going to the game tonight,
Okay.
and they're trying to talk me into taking them down and dropping them off,
Uh-huh.
and then picking them up afterwards.
Yes.
And I'm like, no, I'm not coming downtown.
your chauffeur.
I'm not going to be your Uber driver. No. And Sarah even gave me a guilt trip. In business, we shouldn't guilt trip people. Sarah, shame on you for guilt tripping me into this thing. I'm not going to do it.
It's not fun. I've done that.
Rebecca,
Pick up
you
people
know I will
there.
probably do it.
You probably will.
Yeah.
You're a good
Hey,
guy.
I want to say hi to a family that's on the road that's listening this morning. They're on the way to Wichita to watch their son play football.
Nice.
This Grobecki family is
Oh.
going down there. Their son plays football down at a NAIA school. And by the way, I love the NAIA schools because they don't get near enough credit. Those kids go out
Mhm.
there and grind it, and they're doing what they love. And they're just trying to fill their dream of playing a little bit more. And
Sure.
I just think that the NAIA students and athletes don't get enough credit.
Okay. Well, shout out to them.
Yeah.
And what position does he play? Do we
Oh,
know?
I think defense.
Okay.
Is that close enough?
That's close enough.
I
Quite a
should
position,
know
but
more, huh?
it's
I
a
love
side.
the Strobecki family. The kids are like my own. So I should know more. One of them
Okay.
actually works in our business. Barrett, he works on one of our crews, and he's an up and coming leader. But
Very
I just
cool.
I
Well, if
love
you're
it.
listening, text in so we have a little more information. And
Yeah,
Rudy,
tell us.
Rudy, if he'll keep an eye on it. If you're listening to us, then
Don't
us in
text
some-
me, by the way, because I'm trying
No.
not to look at my phone.
Yes, we won't look at the phone, but you can do it to 402-464-5685. And just don't forget, we're on Twitter and Facebook and Atlo Channel 961.
I will tell you though, I do love the YouTube. I love
Yes,
listening
it's
on
great.
YouTube. It's the best. So
It is.
after every volleyball game now, I listen on YouTube because the after volleyball show remind me her
Mandy
name.
Monson.
Yes,
Yes.
she's amazing.
She is
I
amazing.
love how she breaks down.
Right.
And she's just really good hire, by the way. I don't know
Thank
how
you.
you got her, but wow, she's really good at what she does.
No,
You are
spectacular.
pretty famous on that. By the way, Connections, we went and saw Talent
We
Plus.
did. We were on a field trip yesterday
We went,
together.
Rebecca and I went at, so get this, everybody listen. Talent Plus, there's more there than meets the eye. So this, and by the way, they're not paying me to say
No,
anything.
they're not.
So Rebecca said she had to leave it early, and she's like, so did you blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, no, we moved like 16 more feet after you left for 45 minutes
Yep.
because we were talking about how important it is to pour into your people
Mhm.
and how to love on your people. And you know what? You're going to be betrayed once in a while, and that's okay.
Mhm.
I'm a spiritual guy, and I always say, hey, listen, I don't really understand my faith very well because I don't understand the concept of one dude going to the cross, blah, blah, blah. But I do know that we're going to constantly let each other down. That doesn't mean we're bad people. That just means we're human,
Mhm.
and we're going to constantly be failing. So I love talking to them yesterday. We were talking about,
Them is Carl and Mackenzie.
yes, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Yeah, see,
I'm filling
see,
in the blanks.
my brain, we are such a good team. By the way, we're gonna have a hootenanny over the next 12 months
We are.
because I have so many ideas for this show and for people to come on
Yes.
and what we're gonna do. But we ultimately want to talk about. Yesterday we were talking about people, and I love the concept. So they were talking about we do this boot voucher, right? So after 60 days, you get a pair of boots at Empire.
Mhm.
That's just what we do, mostly because I believe that your feet are so important. And I remember when I first left the farm, and I had to go buy a pair of lace-up work boots
Mhm.
because on the farm I just wore cowboy boots, right? So and I always said I bought the cheapest pair of boots possible because I was broke. I literally, Melanie and I were living in a double wide trailer. I mean, this is who we are and what we did. So I bought the cheapest pair of boots, and my feet hurt so bad that I said, if I ever make it, I want to buy boots for all the people in our company. So everybody gets a pair of boots at Empire. Everybody. Well, the office people actually should get a pair of boots also, but we don't because they don't wear boots. So you know what?
Anybody who needs boots.
If anybody at Empire is listening and you work in the office and you don't have a pair of boots, tell me on Monday and I'm going to get you a pair of boots.
Nice.
But with that being said, we were talking about how important it is to take care of it and those little things. And they gave me the idea of saying, hey, you should write a note saying, hey, put your feet in here because we want you to walk the path. All these good ideas.
Great
and I'm
ideas.
like, holy crap, this is cool.
Just standing in the hallway.
So I encourage all you entrepreneurs and business owners or anybody out there, go out there and talk to other people about ideas and what to do. And Talent Plus, give them a call. I told Luke, I said, you need to talk to these people, not me, because Luke,
get Luke out there.
Luke is our, he's our vice president of culture and brand awareness, but he ultimately has empathy and cares on our people. So anyhow, what a busy week.
It was fun to go on a field trip with you, right? Because it gets us out of the studio.
Yeah,
we talk lots of times.
I was late.
Well, that's okay. I set you up to be late because I didn't tell you that it was at 8:45.
I thought it was. I did think it was.
It was
9.
all my bad. It doesn't matter anyway. They were very accommodating, and we went to formation. So you know.
Oh my goodness, we walked right into their circle.
Yes, exactly, and I love that because you had told us about the Monday morning meeting. I was like, well, here, go see how another company does something similar, right?
And they do that daily, Rebecca.
Do it every day.
Oh my goodness.
And I remember when I was working with them on a regular basis, they would not schedule meetings during that time, or I'd be on the phone with one of their folks, and they'd be like, "Oops, got to go to formation," hang up basically and go. Like they did not miss formation. Culturally, you don't miss formation, right? It's back to tell me why I can't attend something, right? And so anyway, just living and breathing and talking to people like that think like you, it's so much fun, right? Because there you are vamping on how do you improve on your really good idea. And then I gave you an idea on that too. So
I love it.
Anyway, lots of fun to go on the field trip, but today we're going to be all over the place. We have lots of fun topics to talk about. I was listening to Bloomberg Radio on the way up here, which is something I like to do. And we might at some point talk about what we like to read and listen to and books and so on.
And you know that I'm more in the world of the Simon Sinek's, Jim Rohn,
but we all have
John Maxwell.
Like that.
Those are my jam, and your jam is more of the.
I don't know if my jam. It's all of that, right? I mean, really do. I would say my jam is probably more topic specific, so I'll go in and out of all of those things when I'm researching a topic. Can
we do a shout out to the mill? This is the best cup of coffee I've ever had in my life.
And Luke is the best barista.
He is.
Yes.
Now he knows me well enough. He's like, Americana, extra shot of wow. And I'm like, extra shot of pow. Okay, sorry.
It's okay. So, and we do advertising here. So if you don't remember, the ticket down at 1040 O Street has a mill. I mean, I still come across people who don't know we're here.
Yeah.
Right. So don't forget, this is a full mill here, including sandwiches and drinks.
Yep.
And you can get some beer and wine here in the afternoon if you're so inclined.
I do love beer and wine.
And we have great space if you want to move tables around and have a book club meeting. I mean, we have lots of groups come in these days.
Oh, that's a good idea. I think I'll bring my team down here. We'll have a meeting down here.
Or just a staff meeting.
We'll take this place over.
Get out from lunch. That's cool. Yeah. So anyway, we're off and running. And today we're going to talk about a variety of things. I was listening to Bloomberg on the way in, which was talking about Target. So I'm in retail. I'm still involved in the bakery. So for people who don't remember, I used to be the CEO of Beatrice Bakery, and I've stepped down from that, but I'm still very involved kind of behind the scenes and helping out with things. And so, we're watching sales and e-commerce and all that stuff. So I'm totally dialed into retail at the moment because this is our season.
Right.
And all the retailers are reporting how it's going. And depending on the category, some of them are doing very well and some not. But Target's one of a topic of
Target
is
what we call it
from
in our
us.
house.
Yes, it was Target. It was very cool. And they were just talking about why was it cool then, like how they lost their way, because their sales haven't been good and they've been off for a while, but their third quarter earnings were reported and they're down and Walmart's up, right? And even though if you shop at either of these stores, you will know they're not at all the same. And it's like Coke and Pepsi. You're either Walmart or you're Target. This is so if you're a Walmart person, text in that you're Walmart and why. If you're a Target person, text in why. We have both here in Lincoln. So great conversation to have. And for people who've been shopping at Target, you could probably comment on what's changed for you over time. And there's been lots of things that they've talked about in the public press. But it got me thinking about, because you're
So tell me, how much are they down? Like just a little bit or substantially?
They're down 3-4%.
Wow.
And Walmart's up 4.5%.
Wow.
Yeah. So
okay. I had no idea.
Substantial.
I don't follow this world very well, but so Target's really not that cool anymore? Or
well, I don't know. I mean, they're not doing terrible like that, right?
Okay.
But they've had pockets where they've closed stores and done things. Apparently, they've just closed in Canada. I mean, I just heard this on the radio from Bloomberg, so I think it's a good source, but I haven't researched.
I don't know if I've ever seen a Walmart shut down. It seems like all I ever see is them growing.
Yeah.
Now they have little Walmarts, little green Walmarts.
And I worked with both of these stores in my old life. They're very different.
He's shaking his head like, yeah, they do have little green Walmarts.
But they have very distinct impressions. So if we were just going to talk about the two stores, again, you're either Coke or Pepsi, you're Walmart or Target.
Okay. Fair.
I used to shop in both because that's me doing my research. And I'm a Target person, right? I would not step foot in a Walmart ever. And then I had a situation in my life that required me to think about maybe saving some money and doing things. And I was like, all right, I'm going to go into Walmart. And I shopped there for a year and a half. I still don't go into a Walmart. It's not my thing.
Okay.
But it's a vibe thing. Target's more my vibe, right? But again, this is the branding and whatever. If you want a good value, you go to Walmart. And I've been on the other end of Walmart, and I can tell you how they do that.
Okay.
They're ruthless. I mean, absolutely ruthless
to
who they're buying from, but also all the way through their supply chain.
You're going to do it our way, or you're not going to do it at all?
Right.
Wow.
And they're so
I
big,
did not know
they
that.
can do that. And then, it's pushing costs onto the suppliers, but that forces you to take cost out of your business. Like, I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm just saying they are exceptional.
I had no idea.
Exceptional at what they do for taking costs out of the supply chain.
You're going to package it like this. You're going to make it like this, and you're going to put it this.
And their analytics in the store of where products move. I mean, again, they're ruthless. And if stuff isn't working, you're out, right? They don't have time to build that relationship and say, hey, we'll give you another chance. I mean, they do that. I don't want to say they don't. But it's very analytical and very oriented to cost management. So I think the question on the table, and the one that led to the conversation we're going to have about your place, was just, if you're Target, what are you doing to kind of get your mojo back, right? And some of these things are cyclical, but brands come and go. Our generation loved it. It was Target, but I mean, it's 40 years, 30 years ago. It's a different group of people that are keeping that retailer afloat.
So two things come to mind. Well, first of all, I think Ashley Boogsy, I call her, my youngest daughter. She's more of my shopper kid, right? I think she's a Target person. I think you know what, I've heard Target more in our house than I've heard Walmart. So I'm trying to go through this. What are we? What family are we? I think I'm a Walmart guy because I'm a get in, get out person. I don't know for I by the matter of fact, I don't even look when I go shopping. I don't even look for anything. I go right to find a person. I'm like, tell me where this is so I can get the heck out of here. Because I just don't want to waste any time. Right. I would rather, if I'm going to waste time, I'd rather do it at the aisles having a beer with you. That's my idea, right? So I don't want to waste it in Walmart. But I think we're Target people. I don't know. Ashley, if you're listening, text Dad and tell me, are we a Walmart family or are we a Target family? Because I really don't know.
And tell us why if you are. So this is
oh my goodness, that would be great. That would be awesome. Anybody listening, please tell us, are you Walmart? Are you Coke or Pepsi?
Coke or Pepsi, Walmart, Target, 402-464 5685. Rudy's giving us the high sign. What's he got? You got a text for us?
Yes,
Rudy?
yeah, we got an unknown texter 5086. They said, I'm with Rebecca. Shop both, different deals and different environments.
Okay.
Wow.
Right. Yeah, so there are reasons, and they have distinct brands. So if I was just going to describe from my perspective, right, and everybody will have
brands,
their own
you mean
opinion.
like Nike brands?
What? No, not at all.
Oh, okay.
A brand when you walk in the store. Okay, I'm a hardcore retailer. For people who don't know my background, I started in retail, so I think this way. Everything is about traffic patterns, lighting, placement of products on the shelf.
Wow.
And this is really heavily studied when you walk in a door of any of these stores, right? And you'll know if you go into multiple Targets, some things are similar and some aren't, right? Every store can be different, and yet every store is the same. One of these kind of deals.
That's fascinating.
So what I think of when I go into a Target, I'm not saying it's true, right? Branding is reality. It is whatever it is it's brighter. Things feel fresher, newer, a little more upscale. you're walking into clothing, which, Walmart's changed a lot over time. They've taken some things from Target. And then they do have a different selection of brands, and it is a higher price point. It's not hugely different, but it's a higher price point.
Okay.
And I'm not shopping there
Fair.
because they have a higher price point, because I'm not, not what I'm looking for, but just different things appeal to me at a Target. Now, I've shopped at Walmart. I bought clothes at Walmart. I bought my groceries at Walmart. I bought everything. I think the produce is better at Target. And they have some different items in there, right? So the selection of the assortment, they would call it in retail, is definitely different. So depending on what you like, you might just have to go to Walmart or go to Target.
I just got a text message that said, I'm neither. I'm Diet Coke. And I don't know what that means.
So what's the equivalent of Diet Coke in the retail world?
I have no idea. Tell me.
Well, it could be, I'm trying to think, for Diet
Von
Coke,
Mar?
would it be? No. I would think it's more like a CVS and maybe an Aldi.
For the record, I've never been to Von Mar. I don't even really know what they sell. But I know it's really like at the opposite end of Walmart, right?
So yes, and they don't carry groceries, which is a big thing. They don't carry housewares.
Only clothing then.
Right.
Okay,
not
fair.
only, but mostly no housewares and no grocery. That'll set you apart. So, if you're Diet Coke, I don't know, whoever texted in your Diet Coke, what's the equivalent in Lincoln of your Diet Coke to the Walmarts and Targets? I mean, there's things like an Aldi. I'm trying to think. Costco is.
Oh, okay.
Is
I will tell you this. I know one store that I can't stand that my family loves. TJ Maxx.
Oh,
I go in there and in my mind, I'm blown because there's crap everywhere and they sell everything. And it's like boxes of just stuff. And it's so funny because I know so many people that love it. And I'm like, oh my goodness, I can't go in there. My brain just is like, I'm like, no, I can't do this. I got to get the heck out of here.
Stuff you don't need. I mean, I don't know. It's because it's a discount store, so that's a lot of overruns.
Yes.
I mean, it might be current stuff, but it's a lot of overruns.
What do you mean overruns? What's an overrun?
Well, all retailers, you have to predict what people are going to buy, and they never, ever buy what you predict, just quantity-wise.
Okay.
And at the price point, right? If you're a buyer, you have to.
This is fascinating. I know nothing about this.
Ago. Sometimes you bought a year and a half ago for this season.
It's
so long, right? Depending on where you're getting your stuff. So, you're trying to predict what the heck people want to buy now a year and a half ago.
Okay.
So there'll be overruns. You just bought too much of something. And even if it's super popular, you might still have just predicted incorrectly. So you need a place to sell stuff. And if your store is not really a discount store, like you don't want to drop your prices really low, you've got to find an outlet where people are looking for that stuff, and you don't kind of want to affect your brand, right? I mean, again, I could talk about this forever because this is my career. So you sell to a TJ Maxx or something like that, right? And then, I mean, they do carry some original stuff. I've had conversations with them even about the bakery.
And that's TJ Maxx's business model?
Yeah.
Is they just buy overruns?
Yeah, mostly. I mean, they have some original stuff, but
so in the service industry, that doesn't work, right? I mean, it just does. Matter of fact, we're like, I try to tell our people, we don't want a lot of inventory.
Yep.
We don't want to have a lot of extra. We want to buy. We are buying as close to selling point as possible. Like, we don't want to have 2 extra truckloads of wood, a picket fence sitting in the yard. That would be bad mojo for us because it's just money we don't need to spend. Now, during COVID, that got a lot of us in trouble. I wonder if during COVID, TJ Maxx had a hard time because people weren't shopping, understanding what they had to buy. Overruns. This overrun. Well, an overrun. If people, because during COVID, people weren't shopping, so they weren't doing.
Oh no, but people were shopping like crazy, right? COVID. Everybody's still reeling from the COVID high. So people spent all kinds of money during COVID, totally counterintuitive. It's funny you brought this up because I was researching this because we now have several years under our belt after COVID to go back and say what was happening. But you had stimulus checks.
Wait a minute. You were researching sales after. You are a dork.
I am a dork.
I love it. High five. We're going to high five.
Retail dork nerd. Yes, absolutely.
I love it.
I'm a marketing nerd. I'm a business nerd.
I love it.
I read this
Maybe that's why we get along so well.
Well, that's what I was saying, right? You're talking about what's my thing. My thing is the topic of the day because I research this stuff. But because you can't really tell in the moment during COVID, we didn't know why people were doing that, like you speculated. But now most retailers have come back to a pre-COVID level of some sort with some growth, right? Just in general, I'm generalizing because there's all kinds of differences. But you need a couple of years behind you to go back and see what changed and why sales might have gone down from the COVID high. And also, why the hell were people buying? Because intuitively, you would think all these people were out of a job. How did they have money to buy? But there were any number of behaviors that changed. Stimulus check is just one of them, right? But you had people that couldn't go out and spend their discretionary money on dinners and
Absolutely.
stuff and entertainment. So
Right.
they need it, and then you have people who are pent up and, we're humans. We like connection. What do? You turn to the internet, you're shopping, right? There's a whole bunch of people that just wanted to shop and buy stuff. And some of their discretionary money was then spent on things like the bakery, right?
Sure.
Or just clothes they don't need or whatever. Anyway, there's a lot to it. So the retailers, while the in-store was affected, a lot of the e-commerce just went bananas. So a lot of their sales were offset by the e-commerce sales, even though they didn't have in-store sales. So I don't know about
Wow.
TJ Maxx in particular, but I would have thought they would have thrived in.
So let's
that
go
time.
back. Something stuck in my head I can't get
Okay.
out of. You said the lighting is brighter. So are you
Yes.
telling me that stores have a certain level of lighting
Yes.
that they
Yes.
do intentionally?
Yes.
You're kidding me.
No, I'm not.
Okay, everybody.
so-
That next time you go shopping, I want everybody to look at the lighting. I'm. You know what? I'm going shopping this afternoon. That's
Have
it.
you ever
I'm not
been-
going. I'm not going to drop Melanie and Sarah off at
Yeah.
the volleyball game. Instead, I'm going to tell them I'm going shopping because I just want to
Pay
do. I'm
attention.
going to take some pictures and send them to you.
Look at the lighting. So, and there's also newer stores and older stores. So the newer stores will be even brighter. I mean, this is
You're
again
kidding me.
well studied. No. And have you been in a grocery store? So now you got to pay attention to this. So in the grocery stores, it's not a new innovation, but it's one of the more recent ones. If you walk down the aisle and the refrigerator lights light up as you're walking down the aisle, as opposed to being on all the time,
Okay.
right? So
Yeah.
it'll turn on when you get close to the refrigerator. If
Yeah.
you're in the
Yeah,
frozen
I've
section,
seen that.
as opposed to being on.
I just thought that was a motion thing trying to save money. That's intentional?
Well, no, it is saving money, but then you need the lighting. Like you can't
Right.
see the darn thing,
Right.
right? So you have to have lights on. It's the same concept, but it used to be they were on all the time. Yes, that is a money saving thing for
Okay.
sure.
Good.
But there's also, think about it, it's a cool factor. Walking
I love
down,
it.
and then it knows
I
you're
run
there.
down that aisle. I'm
Yep.
that dork that runs down the aisle just to make the lights come on.
But not all the stores have that, right? So back to some of the lighting has changed over time because of what they know.
Wow.
Lighting has gotten better, more energy efficient, right? I mean, these stores pay an inordinate amount to keep a store open. If you think about it, grocery has very low margins because of this. It is incredibly expensive to get food to a store or items into a retail store. Just
This is fascinating.
very, very expensive.
I don't know if the people that out there listening are finding this as fascinating as I am, but this isn't my world, by the way.
Yeah.
I am a service industry nerd, right?
Mhm.
And so I try to understand what drives the sale of fences. Tax return, babies, and dogs.
Okay.
I know that, and
Yeah.
I've studied that, and I that's my area. This is fascinating. So tell me one more thing. How come at the end of the aisle there's like you'll have a one-off of just weird
Yeah.
something
It's
weird,
an end cap.
an
Yes.
end cap, yeah.
Okay, because
you know,
that is
and
the
I've even-
fastest moving space in the whole freaking store. I was just going to mention that.
You're
because,
kidding me.
No, so when you go into a store, this is for anybody, whether you go into a Von Maur grocery store, Costco, whatever, pay attention to what's in the first 10 feet, right? Somebody has either paid for that or you earn your right over time to earn that high traffic space. And
No
end
way.
caps are fast movers, yes. So every retailer wants their product on an end cap because people are walking by it, right? Getting someone down the aisle, just think about it. It's harder to get somebody down the aisle.
Okay,
Unless
we
you've got a
got to
destination
go to
product.
break, but when we come back, I want to try to figure out what's the end cap in the service industry,
Okay,
because
let's do it. Yeah.
I have no idea.
Let's
But let's
brainstorm.
take a quick break. I had no idea we were going down this road. We haven't even got to my
I
notes
know.
yet.
We'll
High
come
five.
back to your stuff.
We are it.
We're
All
having
right,
fun.
for all of you listening, text
93.7
us.
the ticket.
All right.
Mike, I've been thinking our house could really use a makeover. How about new siding?
I've been thinking the same thing. Have you heard of James Hardy?
Yes, Sarah down the street had Roofing Service Company install James Hardy siding on their home, and they love it.
Roofing Service Company does have great reviews.
They took her through the design process and made everything super easy.
Roofing Service Company offers expert design and installation. Couple that with James Hardy's durable products and variety of colors, you and your family will love your exterior remodel. Just visit roofingservicecompany.com. That's roofingservicecompany.com.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
All ticketing options for the 2026 Love Nebraska season are now available. Single match tickets start as low as $16, even cheaper if you want to bring a group. Don't miss your chance to see professional stars like Jordan Larson and Lexi Rodriguez in action this season. Purchase your preferred ticketing option today by visiting lovneb.com/tickets.
MWR is dedicated to building attractive, affordable steel buildings that exceed your expectations. From commercial to residential to agriculture storage, steel buildings are cost-effective, attractive, and versatile. Plus, they're a lasting investment and an ideal choice. MWR uses Sentinel Building Systems out of Albion and can service you all over the state and region. If you have interest in a steel building, post-frame building, or fencing, give MWR a call today at 402-980-5273 or go to mwrbuildingandfence.com.
Empire Netting and Fence delivers top quality netting and fence solutions. From major sports venues to backyard installs and everything in between, coast to coast. We take on tough jobs with grit, integrity, and a strong commitment to safety. Empire is growing, and we're hiring motivated people ready to grow with us. We build each other up, and we're building something big. Think you've got what it takes? Apply now at empire-fence.com. That's empire-fence.com.
Tired of asking what's for dinner? Nourished for Life has got you covered. At Nourished, they're a local meal prep company that delivers fresh, chef-crafted, healthy meals straight to your door. Made from wholesome ingredients and ready when you are. No shopping, no chopping. Just heat, eat, and enjoy every night of the week. Fuel your busy days with balanced meals that are designed to keep you satisfied and energized. Visit nourishedforlife.co to purchase meals and taste the convenience of home-cooked comfort without the hassle.
Hey, Lincoln and the surrounding area. Yin and Yang Acupuncture and Rune Wind Healing Arts is now open at 1701 South 17th Street in Suite 3G and ready to help you improve your general health. If you're experiencing pain, headaches, or any other issues, give Yin and Yang Acupuncture a call today at 402-480-1014 to schedule your appointment. For those struggling with deep tissue pain or just need an experienced massage therapist to melt the stress away, call Rune Wind Healing Arts at 402-601-9721 and schedule your appointment now. Visit Yin and Yang Acupuncture and Rune Wind Healing Arts today in Lincoln at 1701 South 17th Street in Suite 3G.
Your Christmas list changes a lot as you get older. Dreams of video games, remote-controlled cars, and baseball gloves turn into dreams of shoes. You know, practical things. Brown's Shoe Fit is the king of shoes in Lincoln, with brands like Sorel, UGG, Brooks, Hoka, and more to make you fashionable and comfortable. Grab a new Ridge wallet or buy 3 get 1 free on Smart Wool socks for the ultimate stocking stuffer. And don't forget a reliable gift card for that hard-to-buy-for person in your life. Brown's Shoe Fit at 66th and Q in Lincoln.
Looking for a financial partner that truly makes a difference? Modern Woodman is a member-owned fraternal financial services organization. We can help you plan for all stages of life, from protection to saving to retirement. We also offer member benefits, social activities, and volunteer opportunities to help your family and community.
I'm Sean Erickson, your Modern Woodman representative in Lincoln. Call me at 402-483-6515 to start the conversation.
Modern Woodman of America, touching lives, securing futures.
It's basketball season, and Salt Mine City is your pregame and postgame headquarters in the Haymarket for craft beers and great food. Get ready for the game with their big, fatty 7-ounce hamburger or try a Reuben sandwich served on Blackstone rye bread. And don't forget their beef or chicken nachos with guacamole, sour cream, jalapenos, and more. Wash it down with one of their 12 beers on tap, including the popular Single Axle Light American Lager. Salt Mine City, your basketball headquarters, now open at 2 p.m. Monday through Thursday and 11 a.m. Friday through Sunday at 8th and R.
Bagels and Joe is the perfect place for breakfast or lunch in December. Try one of their delicious breakfast sandwiches or grilled breakfast burritos. Don't forget to snag a gift card for stocking stuffers and bring your family in from out of town. With 4 locations in Lincoln and 1 in Seward, Bagels and Joe.
At Fairway Meat Market, you're family. And as part of the family, they want to save you money on your meat and groceries. Now through December 7th, enjoy whole boneless ribeye for $15.88 per pound. USDA choice boneless chuck roast $6.99 per pound. All natural thick cut bone-in pork chops $2.49 per pound. And holiday boxes are now available. That's all at Fairway Meat Market in the Rockledge Square Shopping Center, just south of 84th and Van Dorn.
Bagels and Joe is the perfect place for breakfast or lunch in December. Try one of their delicious breakfast sandwiches or grilled breakfast burritos. Don't forget to snag a gift card for stocking stuffers and bring your family in from out of town. with 4 locations in Lincoln and 1 in Seward, Bagels and Joe. For remote starters, audio upgrades, and more, there's only one place to go. Auto Sounds of Lincoln at 48th and O.
You're listening to Business Builders on 93.7 The Ticket. Here are your hosts, Matt Warner and Rebecca Pearson.
Okay, welcome back. Oh, you got it.
No, I just can't. I can't believe we are 93.7 The Ticket. And you can text us at
402-464-5685.
I love it.
And you are Matt?
I am Matt, and
I'm
you are Rebecca. And we are talking retail today. By the way, we're not getting to any of my notes, so tune in next week. We're going to get to my notes next week.
Well, we might still get
no, we're not, because I'm fascinated on this retail thing. Rebecca just told me, she's like, I love retail. You get a new customer every couple minutes, and that's just not my jam, which I think is unique in business. We have to find what we're good at and what we love. And I don't think I would survive in the retail world. I know you I really don't. I don't want a new customer every 2 minutes.
Fascinating. Okay. See, I love it.
Yeah. So you and I are wired. We're wired so similar, but yet so different, right? Which is what makes us fist bump.
Love it.
Which
this makes us a great show. I hope you're listening to us.
But I did not realize this whole in cap thing and lighting and so I was telling you that I like the Hy-Vee on 84th. I love that store.
And why do you like it?
Because I walk in and I see those fresh flowers, and I'm a flower dude. I like flowers. Flowers are cool.
Yeah. And Miss Melanie's lucky.
Yeah. There's a whole story behind that.
My husband likes flowers too.
Oh, really?
So I get flowers. Yes.
Oh, well, I love flowers. I love fresh flowers.
If you like flowers, it's great.
I think it's cool. But when I walk in there, and you told me, they put that there intentionally, and I'm like, holy cow, they really do.
Flowers. Yeah. Okay. So all the Whole Food shoppers, if you shop the only Whole Foods here in town, the flowers are.
I've never been in there. Okay. I'll go there. I'll go there on my way home.
The flower department is there. Go to Super Saver on 27th. I'm just going to hit the gamut of the ones I know. The flower department's up front. You also have coffee shops. Okay. So there's a reason. So flowers is a thing where you come in and go out, right? They're competing with florists that are, only
so they
flowers.
Want it easy.
Right.
Okay.
Easy in, easy out. But here's the thing. And all these, why do they have a flower shop at all in the grocery store? Is to get you in the store.
Oh, you're okay.
Okay. Sneaky.
I had
guys.
no idea. See,
all right.
They tricked me.
The coffee shop
Damn
is
it.
to keep you there, right?
Aha.
Okay. So it's at the front of the store, so you get your coffee, you're all relaxed. Then we got talking about the Hy-Vee with the beer.
Yes, in Gretna. Apparently, there's a bar in the Hy-Vee in Gretna.
Right.
So I want to go there just so I can say I shopped and drank a beer.
Me too.
Is that weird?
Me too. But here's what's cool to me, and again, I'm topic related, right? So this is an innovation, and back to how does Target get their mojo back? It's you're thinking about these kinds of things. So a store that has come up with, hey, we need to serve beer, is targeting a particular type of customer. Somebody they've lost, that maybe there's a new Whole Foods in Gretna. I don't know Gretna, but maybe they have some competition and people are shopping somewhere else. So they're trying to find a hook to get you in, or they're trying to target a different type of customer that would come in and buy a beer.
Target is targeting
a different. Target.
They need to change their target
than Walmart. They need to do something. They either need to need to understand their target now. And, some of the debate I was listening to on Bloomberg had to do with design. So if you think of Target, a lot of people shop there for housewares, and it was kind of a higher end versus, I'm going to say, the college dorm of Walmart of yesteryear. Now, Walmart has taken a page out of this, trying to expand. I will tell you, this is very hard to do. We could talk about categories and how this is, but for Walmart to say, hey, I'm going to be like Target, they're going to fail because it's not their customer.
Right.
Okay. And same with Target, they can't say I'm going to be Walmart because that's not their customer, but you are trying to expand and reach a few others. And so what they were talking about on Bloomberg was specifically design, which is going to be more of the housewares, furniture, things like that. And they did have some very unique designs, and those were unique to Target, or they would hire, like this morning, someone was talking about Isaac Mizrahi, who's a designer. I went to fashion school, so we could talk about that too. But he was a designer from back in the 90s.
I'm learning more and more about Rebecca every day.
Isaac was, I think, the very first designer Target ever signed up who did a designer clothing product for Target. But it was that concept. They then got Martha Stewart, right? You may be able to get Martha Stewart in Walmart now, but at the time she was a Target partners. She might have had an exclusive. So, they're partnering with brands like that to do designs for them, but they also had a lot of their own unique designs. So I'm just sort of curious to see what Target does.
That is fascinating. So when you first posed this question to me, the first thing that came to my mind was leadership.
Mm-hmm.
And
yes,
how it starts from leadership, and you have
we're
to
talking
have
about
a
the
leader.
CEO relentlessly for Target because they've changed a few times, and then wondering why the old CEO is still hanging around, and what the mojo of that, and you're like, what's that culture when the old CEO is still hanging around?
And I truly do believe that leadership is important. So for all you business owners out there, it is a big deal that you are painting a vision for your company of where we're going and what we're doing, and you're using some information, some science to sell your product.
Yeah.
You know what?
And harnessing your people, right, to help you innovate and think of new ideas.
I want to brag about our people real quick.
Go for it.
All right. So this is we won an award last night, Rebecca, and this is not going to mean anything to anybody, but I came up with an idea about 8 years ago to put stainless steel mesh on backstops.
But you were solving a riddle. Tell people.
I was solving a riddle that in urban areas, it would make me mad when people would be like, nope, these kids can't have a netting backstop because they're just going to vandalize it. And I would always tell the Parks and Rec directors, well, maybe you need to build this so they'll want to take care of it. Like change the mindset of these kids. By the way, these kids are bored. That's why they're vandalizing them. I was telling Rebecca before the show, I was kind of a naughty kid.
Yeah.
I was bored and I did some things that I shouldn't have done. You would never want your daughter to date this guy, by the way. I was a naughty young man. But most of it, I was bored and I liked to see if I could get away with it.
Right.
In full transparency, I was solving riddles.
Yep, and I was exactly the same way.
Can I sneak into that pool, go skinny dipping, and sneak out without getting caught? That was me. And those of you,
success was doing it.
Yes, boom.
Not even being in the pool was like, I did it.
I did it. Yes, and then I'd go brag about it.
Right.
But by the way, all of the people that are listening right now are shaking their head. Yes, we know Matt. He is. I would like to think I've matured nicely, but I still have a little bit of rebellion. I will go out in my Bronco and whip. I'm the kid in the school parking lot when it snows, still whipping cookies at 53 years old. So
I'm the person that when someone says you can't do something, I'm like, okay, now
hold my beer.
Lay down a gauntlet, exactly. So I'll challenge you to 30 push-ups on the floor anytime in a bar after a couple of beers. Okay.
Yeah, let's go. My team came up. We applied to win an award. It's called the Game Changer Award in our industry, and this isn't going to mean anything to a lot of people, but
they'll get it.
But a stainless steel backstop, you can't cut it with a knife. You can't vandalize it, and it's still netting. It's still a mesh product. It's not chain link, and it's really cool. I could not sell it, Rebecca. I tried to sell this thing to so many cities, urban cities, and
what were people telling
because
you?
the price point was higher, and they don't want to spend money on these kids.
Because they think it's going to get vandalized.
They think they're just gonna ruin it.
Even though you're like, this is vandal
proof.
I'm
like, you cannot cut this.
This is vandal proof.
It holds tigers, and we call it tiger netting. That's what we call it because it's literally what's at the zoo in Omaha holds tigers in.
Talk about how you brand your stuff. All right. Another show.
So anyhow, that last night. We won this award, and Rebecca, this is a game changer. It literally is. It's the Game Changer Award. But it's so here's what I want to tell people: as a leader of a business, you have to give your people room to be creative and try things, no matter how many times they fail.
Yes.
Edison made 900 light bulbs before one finally lit. I gave up. I didn't go to Texas for this award because full transparency, I didn't think we were going to win. There's no way we're going to win this award. Who would give us this award? And we won this thing. And last night, my people were blowing me up. They're like, Matt, this is amazing. They're taking pictures. They said even our competition was high-fiving us.
Right. Because it's an innovation's an innovation and it should be recognized.
Yes.
Right? And it'll be a game changer. Somebody's going to copy you now, right? This is the way it goes. If they haven't already.
Absolutely.
That's how it works.
And by the way,
we've raised the
we've raised the bar. Yeah. But back to Target.
Yes.
Target is not going to get any better. And I don't know anything about the CEO. I'm going to research the CEO so I can be better educated on this. I feel horrible that I don't know. I'm sorry, fans out there. But they're not going to get better until that leader decides they're going to get better.
Right.
and it starts from the top.
Right.
And it's all about pouring into your people. We have a new saying in our company, and Luke, if you're listening, I told Luke, you better say this once a week for 52 weeks in a row. A lot of people use their employees to build their business. We're going to use our business to grow our employees and our people. So we're going to do things different. We're going to think differently. And I challenge our people all the time. Even if there's not an immediate ROI, if we pour into our people and we love on our people and we take good care of our people, we will change. Target is not going to change until their leadership decides that they're going to do things different and give their people room to grow.
And I think here at the Ticket, we have a very similar philosophy, right? And our business
Absolutely.
is here to help grow people, grow the community. It's the same kind of a thing.
I love it.
Right. And so when you talk about, though, the innovation and what Target needs to do, or even what you're doing, somebody is observing riddles that need to be solved, right?
Right.
Because you have a vision, a goal, something, and you're not there yet. Like in this case, you had it present itself. Here's a real thing from the real market that there's a way to do it, and I can see it.
Absolutely.
Right. So Target needs to do the same thing. And they have so much data today. They should be able to figure this out. But man, it can fall down in execution. Think how big that company is. So in these large companies, which I worked at ExxonMobil, when you could have
Which ExxonMobil is ginormous.
Right? So try to make anything happen. But also when you have retail stores, they're even more ginormous than ExxonMobil, because you have each store has hundreds, if not thousands, of employees. So you're trying to get consistency like McDonald's. That's why it's so impressive, because it's basically the same thing in every store, no matter what.
Yep. Chick-fil-A, same thing.
Chick-fil-A, same thing, right? All of these. So when you think about it, you could still have a really great idea, but if you don't have the leadership and the management structure in place to carry that all the way out to the coalface, as we used to say,
right,
but out to the person who's buying it, then a great idea can fall down in execution as well. So how do you handle that at Empire?
I'll be honest with you. We constantly are driving the idea of you have a voice.
Mm-hmm.
And I learned this at Talent Plus. Yes. They literally, it's in their core values that people can be heard. Everybody has a voice, and we probably need to do a better job of that at Empire. Instantly I'm thinking about Barrett Skrobecki and the Skrobecki family as they're driving, because I know Barrett's sitting in the back seat and he's probably falling asleep, but I want him to know he has a voice. Yep. How do I find that person? You know, I love have you ever been to a Garth Brooks concert?
I have not. I've watched them on TV.
So I'm gonna take us down a little bit of a bunny trail here. Okay. But Garth Brooks, when he does his warm-ups, by the way,
did
when
you go to this one here?
I did, but I also got to meet him personally when he was at the Bob Devaney, when the concerts used to be at Bob Devaney years ago.
The Bob.
I was the Bob, and Garth Brooks will stand there on the stage and he'll look up and he'll find a seat, and then he'll go up there and he'll sit in that seat.
Oh, cool.
And he'll try to envision what that person is going through at the furthest point away from him. Well, that's what I'm trying to do in our company is I'm trying to find the furthest person away and say, what's your experience here? How can we make it better? And what are we doing? And I try to model my Monday morning meetings. I try to model our thinking process and everything else. Doggone it, we gotta go on break again. No, I don't want to go on break. We're not going on break.
Psychological safety, because it's really huge. We talked about it at Talent Plus. I talked about it on my show Sunday night a couple of weeks ago. So maybe we'll come back and talk about how you make sure people can be heard. So
we have to go on break, apparently.
We'll be back after this break.
Stop by Hampton Inn downtown Lincoln's grand opening on Wednesday, December 10th, 4 to 7 p.m. They'll have giveaways, prizes, and a chance to explore their brand new space in the heart of Lincoln. It's a grand opening of the Hampton Inn downtown Lincoln on Wednesday, December 10th, 4 to 7 p.m.
Hey guys, it's Nick. Join Aaron Davis and I next Monday from 9 to 11 a.m. as we broadcast The Drive live from the Lincoln Children's Museum. The museum is getting ready to unveil a brand new exhibit for children 8 to 12 years old on Saturday, December 13th, but we give you a sneak peek on Monday from 9 to 11 a.m. as we broadcast The Drive live from the Lincoln Children's Museum in downtown Lincoln.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
Bagels and Joe is the perfect place for breakfast or lunch in December. Try one of their delicious breakfast sandwiches or grilled breakfast burritos. Don't forget to snag a gift card for stocking stuffers and bring your family in from out of town. With 4 locations in Lincoln and 1 in Seward, Bagels and Joe.
Things that impair you come in many different shapes and sizes. Some are the shape of beer and liquor bottles. Others look like cigarettes but aren't cigarettes at all. These are the things we know impair us, the things our parents warned us about. What we're not always aware of is our new prescription or the over-the-counter medicine we picked up just for allergies or a bad cold. See, it doesn't just matter how much of a substance you take. If you are impaired, driving is deceptively dangerous. Don't drive impaired. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
Lincoln's go-to for fun isn't new. It's a place that's been a staple of the city for years and is only getting better. Matson's Bowling and Billiards always has open bowling available with no long lines unlike other centers. They have live music almost every weekend and great food at EJ's Bar and Lounge, with seating for 150 people. They have popular meals like the EJ Burger, pizza for the whole family, and famous EJ's Wings. Contact Sarah to book a party for friends, coworkers, or family at Matson's Bowling and Billiards, just south of 48th and Holdridge.
This is Bill Mitchner, Executive Director of Lincoln Lighthouse. Did you know Lighthouse provides multiple programs for students such as one-on-one tutoring and mentoring, as well as pro-social skill exercises, while providing them a nourishing meal and a safe space during all months of the year, even during school breaks? Learn more or contribute to Lighthouse at lincolnlighthouse.org today.
Have you heard about Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center? Located at 7555 Pioneers Boulevard, Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center offers compassionate, patient-focused care and provides outpatient surgery services, making it possible to have non-emergency surgery and return home the same day. Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center specializes in cardiology, vascular radiology, orthopedics, pain management, and much, much more. Give them a call today at 402-261-1085 or online at amimaging.com.
Do you want boots that actually feel good on your feet? Meindl delivers premium German-engineered comfort, brought to you right here from Nebraska. Built tough for trails, fields, and everyday wear, and backed by Meindl's Comfort Promise, so you can try them on with confidence. Use promo code THETICKET at MeindlUSA.com, spelled MEINDL, for free shipping. That's MeindlUSA.com. Meindl, comfort you have to feel to believe. 93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize to participate in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the KNTK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeited. Thank you for participating in our contests, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
You're listening to Business Builders on 93.7 The Ticket. Here are your hosts, Matt Warner and Rebecca Pearson.
Okay, here we go. We are The Ticket, 93.7. The show is dang near over, and it's always sad because it's this is one of my favorite times of the week. I've done a lot of podcasts, and I've done all that, and I don't like any of them, but I love to come on the radio. I think it's mostly because I enjoy your thought process, and I learn something from you all the time.
Ditto.
So thank you for that.
That's what it is. Yeah, appreciate being with you. Also.
Psychological safety, by the way, this is something that I know very well, and that I know that people that sit in a room have to feel safe to present their ideas. Psychological safety is a big deal for all of you entrepreneurs. If you don't know what that is, I highly recommend you to study it. And by the way, I am in this mode in life where I can't get enough education. I wish I would have had this in my 20s, but maybe I just wasn't ready. I'm a late bloomer. Maybe that's what it is.
That's what I call myself. I definitely am too.
Oh,
so
stop it!
That. Swear.
You teach college
kids. Yeah, ask anybody. I'm a late bloomer. Yeah,
when do I get to come? You know what? I want to come to one of your classes, and I want to help
that'd
teach.
Be great.
And basically, I want to look around the room and say, stay in school. Don't give up like I did. I was a college dropout, by the way. I got up and walked
We'll
out.
have
and
you in as a guest speaker.
I would love that.
Yeah.
But psychological safety is a big deal. I want to tell you right now. And I think that psychological safety happens in the household and the families too. To put a spin on this, I think that you have to raise your children in a way that they know they can come to you with anything, but they don't bring everything. There's certain, I hope that's okay. I know my kids were naughty and I love it. My son snuck out of the house, and in hindsight, he got in big trouble. Matter of fact, I'm going to tell a story about my kid. Benjamin snuck out of the house. He got grounded for a long time. And the entire school chanted, "Ben is out of the den," when his sentence of being grounded got up. So Ben, I'm throwing you under the bus right now that your mom was very mad at you. I behind the scenes, I chuckled a little bit because you were a little,
go, kid.
You were breaking the rules. And in hindsight, I think Melanie and I both can laugh about it. But Ben is out of the den.
How do you
Ben
teach
is out of the den.
How do you teach Ben or your employees that psychological safety, but also there's some things that they might do or try that they need to tell you about that they may not want to tell you about, right? Because that you need them to they need you to cover their back when they've done something,
and it's okay
because you're going to stand up for them,
Yes.
right? Either as a kid or as an employee.
And
So
it's
how do
okay
you-
to break a few of the rules.
Yep.
And you have to know which rules you can't break and which rules you can break.
Okay.
Jocko Williams talks about this in a mission that he went on where his guys broke the rule and put a patch on their shoulder that he wasn't appropriate. But he said, ultimately, it did not affect our mission and where we were going. And I loved it that they broke the rule.
Yeah.
And
that's how innovation happens,
And that's
really, right? In
psychological
many
safety.
ways.
Your people have to know, I can say anything in a meeting without being reprimanded or being fired. I believe in the 70s, this happened a lot. In the 80s, it probably did too. But I know that in today's world, in 2025, we have to be open to our people and give them the power to say anything in an open setting. Now,
and I love it. I just want them to explain their thought process, right? I'm super tolerant to all kinds of mix-ups and things that go wrong or whatever, but I do want to know what you were thinking, because sometimes there's insight into the thinking, even if it's flawed.
Absolutely.
Right. But why were you trying that? Why were you doing that? What was going on, so I can better understand you and either redirect you because that did or did not work, or to leverage that. Right.
Right.
Yeah.
I love it. Psychological safety is a big deal for you business owners out there. And once again, whenever I talk out there, I'm talking to the guy that or gal that owns a lawn care business, and you have people breaking the rules. What we don't want is we don't want shortcuts, and we don't want to have our customers not get what they're paying for.
Right.
But what we do want is innovation, and we want new ways to do things, and we want them to think freely.
Yep. Maybe tee up, maybe our next conversation next week will be about service. We were talking off air about, how different a service industry is and how that appeals to you. And I said, well, what's different? And we got into the conversation of it being a higher ticket item and the whole thought process that goes with buying a higher ticket item versus being in retail.
I do.
Why do you love service?
I love the service industry because if you're an HVAC company, you're keeping people's house warm. If you're a fence business, you're putting you're adding value to their house in one. And so many people don't think of fence as an added value. It's completely an added value. You'll never lose the money you invest in a fence.
Do they think it's luxury? Like what are they thinking with a fence?
Well, I think that first and foremost, they don't think about a fence until they need one to protect their child or their dog. Cats.
So usually after an event, something has happened, and now they come looking for a fence.
Or they get a tax return, and they're like, "Hey, let's just spend money on the fence." Right. All right. So the show is coming to an end. I want to tell everybody out there, I had no idea we were going to talk retail today, and it's fascinating. I can't wait. Tonight, I'm not going to take Sarah and Melanie to the show. I'm going to go shopping.
Okay.
No, I'm actually not going to go shopping.
You could go shopping in between dropping them off.
Until next Saturday. Next Saturday, we are going to talk more about also believing in your people. So tune in next Saturday. I love it. Thank you so much for listening.
Business Builders, we're out. See you next week.
Peace out.